housing market is going through the roof, and so many people are being pushed out of the housing market because they just can't qualify for the loan. They can't come up with the down payment necessary. So what can especially first-time home buyers do, or people that are just going after more of the American dream do, when prices are going crazy and they just can't seem to save up enough money to be able to qualify for a loan? Is there anything that you can do so that you can get yourself back in the game? Well, the answer is maybe. And there are a few choices. One, of course, is to just slow down, take a deep breath, and realize that markets fluctuate. That's one thing to do. The other thing then is to start to look at what your down payment fund looks like now and see what you might be able to do to potentially grow that over time if you were to take a knee for a little bit, to see where you can cut out expenses and where you can start to generate more income, maybe some side money and things like that I share obviously in my passive income stacking handbook. But not just that, there are some other options. Those are the ones that come to our mind. Well, we'll just wait, we'll save up money, we'll improve on our credit, we'll try and make a little bit more money, we'll cut out some of the expenses. That's all very efficient, but what other options do you have? You could do an online search for housing assistant program. You could see what kind of housing assistant grants are out there as well, and listen, see what it is they're talking about. Another thing might be potentially places that can offer some kind of an equity share scenario where maybe they're allowing you to get into a home and maybe they're going to share some of the equity appreciation. Equity sharing was very popular back when inflation was hitting. I remember that phrase back in the 1980s, and it was just one of those things that people would do in order to be able to potentially get a house and invest in property as well. FHA loans are another option if you qualify for them, and if the housing market is in the price that FHA supports as well. They've got lower down payments potentially that you can start to tap into. VA loans are another option for those people that were in the military before or are currently in the military. Definitely look to see what the criteria is for these type of loans, be it FHA loans or VA loans if you qualify for that, and see what type of financing is available, what the interest rates are, what the down payment requirement is. Match up the financing with the type of housing that we're interested in and see if it's a good fit. If not, where is the problem? Is it the financing? You can't qualify for the financing, or the payments are just too much and it's not something you're comfortable with? Or is it the type of housing that you're going after a little too expensive, a little closer into town? Could it be that you could shop around for some other types of financing at the same time that you're shopping around for different neighborhoods, maybe areas that are a little further out, maybe the homes are a little bit older, maybe they need a little bit of DIY? Well, when you start to marry these two things up and you start to think of some of the creative things that are out there with equity sharing and with home buyer assistant programs and things like that, you can do your own due diligence and see if it makes sense. But you don't have to think, I can't afford a house. Traditionally, that might be the case, but there are a number of different factors to consider, and I hope this helps. You can also learn about getting funding for real estate in my free book that you'll find in the description, How to Find Millions in Private Money Loans. I hope that helps you. If you liked what we covered here, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's continue the conversation in the next video.